solution to our problem.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Nur Amira Maisara.
Hello everyone, my name is Wafa Yasmin.
Hi, my name is Nur Inshira Irdina. Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurin Azwa.
We are from Sekolah Menengah Sains Tengku Muhammad Faris Petra. A landslide is any geologic process which gravity causes rock, soil artificial fill, or a combination of three to move down a slope.
The contributing factors of landslide in Malaysia are reasonably different from the rest of the world. According to a study, the dominant factors in many countries is the geological condition. However, in case of Malaysia, most of the landslide occur as a consequence of flawed design, improper construction, and non-maintenance of slope. According to the findings of Highland Tower in 1993 landslide case, the main causes of the failure were inaccuracy in design, poor supervision during the constructions, and inadequate drainage system. This also happened when 88 residents of bungalow in Puncak Setiawangsa were ordered to move out because of soil movement. There were also a case of landslide in Bukit Antarabangsa that caused by the low practices of construction which lead to the pipe burst. Similarly, in case of Taman Hillview, it has been revealed that improper design practice and poor drainage system supplemented with prolonged rain were the significant causes of the cataclysm. In addition, an impact of landslide in Malaysia has given rise to some environmental and socio-economic issues, such as loss of life, damage of properties and infrastructure, and lastly, psychological pressure among the victims. Therefore, based on the investigation on the retrospective landslide, we had proposed this project, which is the part that working as a strategy along with a strong design guidelines in order to minimize the likelihood of landslide.
Our objective is to create a landslide and flood park preventer so that we can prevent the harmful disaster such as landslide and flood. Next, we want to minimize the cost needed for the damage caused by these disasters. Lastly, we want to create a useful system that can store clean rainwater that can be reused to water plants, especially during drought, so that we can save the water consumption. Now, let's take a look at how our project works. We have scraped the hill off to make it look like stairs. This stair-like shape will give support to the soil, which can prevent the landslide. So, the soil will stand strong even though there is no tree. Next, the shape of the hill can reduce the friction of the rain flow. This definitely will prevent soil erosion from destroying the city. The rainwater will flow through the rain then into the containers. The containers that keep water can store more than 500,000 gallons of water. Next, we divide the containers into 3 segments. This is because if one of the containers is damaged, leaked, and caused by the other factors, we can still fix it without closing the entire system.
In fact, if the rain occurs, we can't use the rainwater for the daily use anymore as it becomes dirty. So, Now we have came to a conclusion to overcome this problem. Our project's drain is different. Every layer of the stair slide hill has a drain, so that the heavy rain won't clog as the pipe that connects the drain and containers have filters to store and filter water.
First, investigate the place which landslide and flood always happen. After finding the place, we draw the planning strategy according to the size of that place. Then cut the polystyrene to make the land base. After that, we cut off the parts from the polystyrene to make space of the container. After finishing that, curve another polystyrene to make the stairlight hill. The next step is to print the window pictures and paste them to the building models. And then, we cut the fake grass according to the plan size. Next, we use the A4 paper to create the jogging track. Then, we bought the artificial trees and people to make it look more realistic. For the final touch, we use a brush to paint the hill, the underground, and the container. And we paste the black paper to the side of the model to close the model sides of the landslide and flood park preventer.
So, how can we bring this part to the marketing level? Approximately, this part costs about 4 million ringgit. This can include the craving tank installment process. Of course, you must think that it is somewhat costly, right? But if you think carefully, it is better to spend a lot of money just for once, rather than spending for the same damage of the landslide and floods combined over and over again. Remember, prevention is better than cure. In the other words, preventer has high value in minimizing natural disasters such as landslide and flood.
In other words, this preventer will prevent both natural disasters, landslide and flood in one time. In the meantime, it is also beneficial for the public due its innovation and development of already made park. It will not harm the citizens in the park during the development. Thus, the permanent protection is ensured, able to prevent the disasters as this system works for a long term. We hope this project will get a positive feedback from our government in order to solve this problem so that the landslide and flood cases in Malaysia will decrease. Not only in our country, we hope that this project will be brought to the international level for the sake of a conducive and better life.